I got a new idea for you guys today. We are playing College Football Dynasty Bingo, where we have 10 years to complete as many things we can on this bingo card. I don't think I need to explain the concept of bingo to you guys, but you can take a quick little look at everything we have here. Things like winning 4 national championships, 7 conference titles, 16-0, overtime victories, 100 draft picks, buzzer beater victories, back-to-backs, Heisman winners. All of these things will be keeping up as the years go by. We'll be updating you and how we are also going to do this challenge. It's going to be with a 3-star team. We're going to pick a 3-star team at random. You can hit triangle to randomize the team, but I feel like 3 stars is a nice little in-between. And the team we're running with today is the Kansas Jayhawks, which is pretty cool. Don't really do anything with Kansas. And when it comes to the rules, it'll be pretty simple. We're not allowed to change anything like playbooks, conferences. Whatever we get is what we get, which is why the random team is kind of important. And I think Kansas was a pretty solid random team. But other than that, we cannot play the games. It is strictly spectating. But when it comes to prospects, we can go after whoever we want. We can do whatever we want with our coaches. We can do anything that is within the realms of recruiting, transfer portal, other stuff like that, certain upgrades. It's just we can't change our team, our conference, our playbooks, and we have to spectate it. So I think that's a nice fair balance between this. And you know, I want to get better at asking this stuff earlier on in the video, since I usually wait till the end. But if you do like a video like this, want to see more videos like this, please like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff really helps out, especially as I'm trying to, you know, gauge what you guys want to see. But early on in this first season, we're obviously not expecting to go and compete for a national championship with Kansas, or really any of these 3-star teams probably for the first year. Some of these challenges are going to be more accumulation throughout the entirety of the 10 years. Some of them are going to be single year challenges. But in this first season, I mean, we were able to actually get to number 24 in the country, 8-4 in a bowl game. A bowl game doesn't really do much for us, but one of the challenges is to win 85% of your games throughout your career. So the first season was important to at least establish some sort of winning, and winning bowl games and stuff like that is going to help us also with our prestige as well, to help us continue to get more good prospects. You don't want to drop below 3 stars. You want to just keep at least maintaining that and continue to go up as you win. So in this bowl game against Georgia Southern, it's not really a competitive one, as you can probably assume with a team like Georgia Southern, a smaller conference, a lower overall team. We are running for a touchdown here in Kansas, going up by 3 scores. And with that, a 23-3 lead with under 2 minutes to play. Georgia Southern is eventually, with goal to go, going to score, but down by 13 still. An onside kick is going to be what they need, and the kick is going to be scooped up by us. So always nice to win a bowl game, but overall, you know, compared to what we're chasing after in this video, pretty inconsequential, but still nice to finish the season ranked in 9 wins, especially, you know, considering this is a team that we really do need to recoup some assets, because this team was pretty senior heavy. You know, you never know what you're going to get with your randomized 3-star. I think we got a pretty good playbook, but we did get a team that was pretty senior heavy. Jalen Daniels and a couple of other guys going out of the building, and some guys want to transfer. I mean, I would like to keep, obviously, a star edge rusher, but he's not going to stick around. A quarterback impact freshman, he's not going to stick around, so stuff like that's going to sting for us. But in an 80 overall, we're going to be looking towards the transfer portal. One of the other goals in this video is to get 7 out of the 10 years to get number 1 overall recruiting classes. Now, I don't know if Kansas is going to be quite good enough to get us that. It's challenges like that that could even see us get just locked out of being able to complete it and completely negate our opportunities of having bingo. But obviously, first year, not going to accomplish anything on the card. Didn't expect to. But getting this recruiting class, it's not bad, considering I obviously went for the higher floor and trying to get as much transfer portal success as I possibly could. And for the first year, having that overall recruiting class end up being a 19th overall class with 25 players. We ended up with 2 5-stars, and we did manage to recoup quarterback play because we got Michael Hawkins from Oklahoma, and then we got Dampier, who is going to be coming in as well from Utah, I believe, and he looked pretty good. But yeah, 2 quarterbacks that we have on the roster, going to be nice to replace Jalen Daniels, who in real life, Jalen Daniels playing pretty nice for Kansas, so respect to Jalen Daniels and what he's doing. But 2 5-stars is pretty nice. Unfortunately, one of them was normal dev, but yeah, you can see Devon Dampier, 93 overall for progression, which is huge. Yeah, coming over from Utah, 25 touchdowns, 2 picks for him. Always nice to take away a conference rival's quarterback and add him to your team, and he ended up progressing very nicely. I think for the short term, I am going to prioritize some of these 4 and 5-star freshmen that we do have, and especially the ones with the good development traits, and trying to play them. Like I said, I know short term it may hurt us, but I'm okay, you know, maybe going 8-9 wins this year and, you know, setting up for making these players develop big time going into their sophomore seasons. We're not just going to force all of our young players to play, but we'll be pretty all right. And I was actually shocked by how good we did. In Season 2, we go all the way up to number 7 in the country. We go 11-1 and take on number 25 TCU in the Big 12 title game. Genuinely really surprised at how ahead of schedule this team was. They did jump up in overall, and playing in the Big 12 is not nearly as difficult. I've battled through the SEC in some of these videos, and even in the Big 10 as well, but the Big 12, it's a whole lot easier, and up 24-3 on this TCU squad. Dampier has got us in scoring territory, and a handoff for a short gain. That's a freshman running back there getting the carry as Dampier outside, caught for the first down, goal to go from the 1-yard line, and we are dominating TCU. And the goal, one of them on the bingo board, I will be constantly reminding you, it's 7 conference championships in 10 years. Huge to get one in year 2, and now we move on to the playoffs. But you can see we're the highest overall team in our conference, tied with Baylor, but Baylor went 6-6. So even at an 84 overall, which isn't anything crazy, we were the best overall team in the conference, which was able to allow us to go all the way to the conference championship and do it pretty convincingly. We beat TCU in the final 2 games of the season, both times dominantly, and we'll go to the playoffs to take on Bryce Underwood and Michigan in round 1. We're 7, we're at home, and Michigan at number 10. Every playoff victory matters, even if we're not outright contenders this year, which I don't think we are. Every playoff win matters. One of the things on the board is to win 20 playoff games. That's averaging 2 playoff victories a year for a decade. That's not going to be easy. So every little win we can get can help us move forward and get closer to that eventual goal, as Dampier is going to go underneath for a completion, 5 yards. It's 24-24. We have the football in a QB draw. Dampier to the edge, spins out a defender, and Dampier gets 11 on the play to the 35, and now we're in long distance field goal range. Dampier, completion, and 6 more. Thurman, the tight end, gets banged up, but we'll be all right as the keeper, Dampier, inside the 10. Nice run. I love the run design to get the quarterback involved, and then the handoff. Running back finishes off the drive. Touchdown. We're up 31-24 on Michigan, and Bryce Underwood's got to do something to come back in this one for a game-tying drive of 5 minutes to play. Underwood flag down, completion for a first down. But like I said, flag down, and that's going to help us out in a big way. It's holding. Take that back, and it's 3rd and 12 instead. As Underwood, we send the extra man on the blitz. He's going to throw outside well short of the line and only get about half those yards. They'll punt it. Trust the defense. Dampier! He tried to keep it. That one did not work like the other ones did. 3rd and 11, play action. Dampier is going to go wobbler, but it's caught, and in traffic, he brings it in, breaks 2 tackles. What a play by both quarterback and receiver especially. And look at the step forward for the running back. Oh, here he goes inside the 50 to the 14-yard line. 2:30 to play. Stretch to the edge, and Michigan starting to burn timeouts. 3rd down. Pitch it out. Just keep the ball safe. I appreciate the effort. He's losing 2, but the field goal for the 2-score lead is good, and we might be able to get out of here with a playoff victory immediately in this video. That is so massive. But look at Michigan's receiver breaking tackles with only 1 timeout in their back pocket. You gotta get an onside kick and score 2 times in these last 2 minutes as they get a first down to the 36. You can maybe settle for a field goal first, but Underwood has got a lot of time. We're only sending 3. We're gonna let him run. Yeah, I'll give him a 2-yard scramble where he dives in bounds. 2nd down and 8. Then that's gonna be intercepted, and you won't even get a chance at an onside. We'll take it and win it. 34-24, and Kansas is going to move on to the 2nd round. That's 1 playoff win on the board, and you love to see it. I didn't think we'd be here this soon, but taking on Miami in the 2nd round, it's 12-1 Miami, one of the best teams in this game, over and over throughout all these videos, and we are both 1-loss teams in a 1-score game. 17-13 your score. Miami 3rd and 15. They go and punt the football back to us as we go handing it off. And you could see a really unfortunate thing here that I have noticed. Dampier is not in the game. It's Michael Hawkins, who was the other transfer quarterback we brought in, who's not nearly as good. We go 3-0, but how are we going to do this without the guy who's led us here to this point? Dampier has been incredible throughout the season, and we got to try to get the job done with a backup quarterback, and one that's not nearly as good. Defense, 2nd down and 2 for Miami as they'll go play action down the middle. Nice hit to jar that ball loose. 3rd down, and they'll run it, and they'll get it with ease. They cross midfield into our territory with that 4-point deficit. You can't allow a field goal, but I don't know how much I'm trusting our backup quarterback to get the job done here, down by 7. If that is the case, and I definitely don't trust it if it's down by 2 scores where Miami is looking to make that happen, but the pressure on 3rd down, what a sack to back them up in a field goal from 49. Kick is good, and Michael Hawkins, it's up to you to be the hero today, handing it off. The running back got the 1st down and more, as we can only run the ball so much that I think we got enough time to continue to run it if we need to. It's that pass, that's actually a really good throw into a tight window and a completion past midfield, 39-yard line, and then that one was the complete opposite, an awful throw, and it's picked off, and it's gonna be all the way for the Hurricanes. Pick 6. Hawkins, that is really a tale of 2 throws there. A beautiful one and then an awful one that might have just ended our hopes of going to the Final Four, as Kansas now down by 14 with 3.5 to go. A sack, loss of 2, 2nd and long. Hawkins pressured again, rolling and throwing it away. 3rd down and long as Hawkins will find a man for the 1st down. You gotta get some urgency going, hurrying it up as 2nd down and 5. Passes caught, 1st down. Canes territory, you probably need to hit a big play here. They're actually gonna run the football, and it does work for about 13 yards. I don't know how many of those we can get away with, though, as Hawkins to the air, and he's stepping up. He's gonna scramble, slide down for just 6, back us up to 3rd and 7, where they'll run the football, and that is, I don't like that at all. 4th down and long. Hawkins, maybe your last try. It is, he's throwing, and a diving interception. Miami picks off Hawkins twice, returns one for a touchdown, and wins it in the 4th quarter, 27-13. And that hurts a little bit to think that you had a chance if you maybe didn't have your backup quarterback in. You can see the difference, 60 completion percentage to 52. Hawkins 2 picks, whereas Dampier didn't throw any. He only threw 3 picks all year, Dampier did, whereas Hawkins threw 3 picks on 26 passes. So very different quarterback play that we got once our backup came in. Dampier also added 11 touchdowns on the ground, and Gaddis, our running back, had 18 touchdowns as a freshman, 2 through the air, so 20 as a whole. Surprised he didn't win like freshman of the year for that. It's a pretty good season for a freshman to be not winning that award. As we move on to the next season, I think we've made tremendous progress through the first 2 years for what we're trying to accomplish. A 13-2 record, a playoff victory that can help us go a long way, also a conference championship. So we only get to afford 3 years in which we don't win the conference championship. The first year was probably going to be a given, but we do give ourselves the cushion to where we can go the next 8 years and not win it twice, that's still going to be really hard to win 7 out of 10. It does make me feel like it is more possible, though. The 85% win percentage is going to be big as well. I think it maybe takes us also, though, out of contention for winning like a Coach of the Year. If you know how Coach of the Year works in this game, it doesn't matter if you go and win 16-0. It doesn't matter if you don't lose a game for the rest of your life. You don't win Coach of the Year unless you overachieve. And our team now with a top 10 recruiting class aren't going to be overachievers. I felt like if there was a chance, we maybe had to go undefeated last year, and even then, maybe we wouldn't have won it. Coach of the Year is a hard one. Like, I know you look at some of the other stuff, like 4 national titles and all this other stuff, it looks comparatively easy, but like, for example, the big video that I did on the channel where I tried to become the greatest coach and I did 17 years and I went like undefeated all those years, I didn't win a single Coach of the Year. Like, it's not easy. But we do bring in a new quarterback this year. Dampier is out. I wasn't really big on Hawkins going into the season as a starter. How about Deuce Knight? I really like Deuce Knight, and I'm happy to bring him in and let him be the team's quarterback. So he's going to get the start. Got some of these other players. We had that 5-star tight end. He's jumping up pretty nicely. I'd say from here on out, the expectation is to at least make the conference championship just about every single season with how good we are. And going into year 3, very much once again, the objective as our overall is a lot better than it says right there, 86. Our overall, when I got to like the regular season and everything, it said we were like a 90 something overall, which is pretty nice. And we do make the conference championship. We're 14th in the country this time, outside of the playoffs looking in, but we're taking on a similarly ranked Baylor team. So it's looking like winner of this game gets into the playoffs, and we are hoping that obviously is going to be us. Deuce Knight out here at quarterback. Not as good as Dampier overall wise, but we're hoping he could give us similar results and take us to the playoffs, as we have a 2 running back setup here. Folkert's one of the other guys getting carries. He's over 100 yards on just 11 carries, and now Gatoshin takes the swim. Touchdown, Kansas! And a 2 running back setup helping us to get the lead. 24-17 as Baylor over the middle, completed for a first down to the tight end. And at the 40-yard line, dropping to throw it. And over the middle, it's caught for a first down into Kansas territory with 7 minutes to play as they'll hand off. Stopped in the backfield, though. You'll lose yards. Back them up 2. 2nd and 12. Pressure gets in and a sack. He loses 7 more to 3rd and 19. Baylor throwing down the field. Caught! What a grab! In coverage, and he gets just enough for the first as they go play action off the back of that. Checking down to the fullback who was wide open. Give him 9, 2nd and 1 with 6 to play. Handing it off, and a nice stop there, but he got enough for the first down. 25-yard line, back to the ground. This one, a lot better of a run, and they're into the red zone. 13 yards to go as he'll get 3 of them. 3rd down and 6 from the 10 as he's going to step up, and number 91's got him down again. 2nd sack of the drive, and Baylor settles for 3 with 3 minutes to play, and it's up to us to run up this clock, and we're going to our ground game. He's reaching. He's got the first down. He's over 100 yards on 7 carries. Baylor can't stop either guy. Over 200 rushing yards between our running backs, and they're burning timeouts, and we're up to 3rd and 2 to try to seal this game. He's running for the first down again, and Baylor cannot stop us. 1 more to do it. Knight sacked. But we can keep on running this clock. That is the important part. Run this clock down. 1:20 to play. Handing it off. They're out of timeouts. Shedding the tackle. And Ganash sprints free. Settles the game. How do you let that happen on a 3rd and long? Running game, incredible. Our running backs got less than 25 carries combined and ran for like 250 yards. We do get an NCAA All-American. One of the goals is to get 5 first-teamers in 1 season. That's really difficult. 1 second teamer ain't gonna help us out too much, but we are back in the playoffs now, taking on Auburn, and the roles are reversed. Last year we were the 7 playing the 10. Now we're the 10 playing the 7, and against Auburn, it's going all Kansas's way. 42-21 the current score, but Auburn in the red zone, and right back out the red zone they go. Sack for a loss of 7 as they'll throw now on 3rd and long. Sacked again. You can't do anything against this Kansas pass rush as Auburn checking it deep. 1-on-1, 4th down, incomplete. and we might be able to run away with victory here. We take a little bit of clock down, punt the football to Auburn, but on the next drive, intercepted! And we take the football once again and win it with ease. It's 42-21, a scoreless fourth quarter. Auburn goes scoreless in the second half, and that starts things off in the playoffs very nicely. We get to take on number 2 USC up next. They're 11-1. Very tough matchup, but we're right now handling it pretty well. 21-17. We're on top as USC's got the football. And we'll set up 3rd down and 3 from the 43. They'll go wide, run, and he's tackled for a loss. And Kansas's defense, even though you've seen USC's running back having great statistics, not so much successful on that play as we go 3 and out, and USC takes it right back over. Incomplete pass on 2nd down, sets up 3rd and 8 as they'll go underneath, catch and run, 1st down and more, and to the 41-yard line. And now they'll drop the throw once more, staying in the air, stepping up and throwing for a 1st down. And they're in the red zone. 23 yards, but the quarterback, Kade Fox, is hurt. Now we have to deal once again with a little role reversal here as we had to go without our quarterback in the 4th quarter. Now USC this year, they got to go without theirs in the 4th quarter. And can we get the result that we want this year, as it's got to be an incomplete pass. 4th down, they'll settle for 3. This is actually crazy that we banged up their quarterback. Let's hope he's not coming back for our sake, as Deuce Knight throws underneath for the 1st down, and he will have just enough. Now getting to the air once again as they'll throw for a solid gain of 6 to set up 3rd down and 4. Knight is got a free rusher off the edge and just didn't see him. No one blocked him, and USC takes over. Unfortunately, Fox is back into the game, so we only got to get away with a couple of bad throws from a backup, but the defense forces a 3 and out. Nice pressure, nice blitz dialed up, and now we take over. This is what I want to see. Our running game is so good, and get Gatish the ball as he will have 1 1st down, get another 5 yards to set up 3rd and 7. We're running it on 3rd and 7. A read option, Deuce, 1 yard shy, and we'll punt. Trust the defense. It's just a 1-point lead as they'll have 1st down at the 2-minute warning. 27-yard line. They'll go with the completion, get about 7 yards, go with the 34-yard line, 1.5 to play. They're taking their time, but they only need to get into field goal range, and now it's only maybe 20-25 yards away as Fox will get some of those yards. There you go. 3rd and 4 though for the defense with under a minute to play. Fox, it is he's throwing, it's incomplete. 4th down. Here's your game of the line, and it's a free rush sack. Our 2nd sack of the game, and it comes in the biggest moment to seal it, and we're going to a Final Four this year, and LSU is the opponent this time around. We got 13-1 LSU, number 3 in the country. Things are looking once again nice for us. 20-10. We've been in the lead of every 4th quarter we have hopped into. Can we keep it alive as they're throwing it deep? LSU incomplete over everybody's head. They'll go and punt the football back to us. Gatish will spin, get about 7. He's at 67 yards on 13 carries. We'll take that little toss from the shotgun. Not enough speed to get to the edge. We go 3 and out. 8 minutes to play, and LSU gets the football back, starts with a 3-yard completion. 2nd and 7, throwing wide open, sitting underneath the defense, and he'll have just enough for the 1st down from the 41 now. Out of the backfield, running back. That's another completion. 3 straight. 2nd down and 5. LSU staying in the air again. Make it 4 straight. And this one, a little bit bigger of a play and a 1st down catch and run. Will it be 5 straight completions to the air? Yes, it is. And they can't miss right now. 5 in a row on this drive, and now they'll finally go to the ground. And he will get 5. 2nd down, 6 minutes to play, and he'll go for it all. Incomplete. 3rd down and 5 to go. Screen, great blocking, put on the dirt as the Kansas defense. 2 linemen just decked our guys. And from the 11, it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 7 for LSU. They want the touchdown first. Absolutely. And they might just get it with that broken tackle. You can't let that happen. 1st and goal. You had them stop for that field goal try, and you let that happen. Goal to go, though. Another chance to get off the field here as they'll throw. Incomplete. 3rd down. Can you stop him this time around? 3rd down and goal. He's stepping up. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown. That wasn't an easy one to bring in, but he's got it. And with 4 minutes to play, we hold on to just a 3-point lead. 3rd down and 5. Don't want to go 3 and out again. Deuce over the middle. Completion. Huge for Deuce Knight to complete that and not go 3 and out on back-to-back drives, and now he'll keep it on the option and get 6. LSU starting to burn timeouts. 3rd down and 5. Run the ball. Gadosh is going to spin down 1 yard shy and will punt. That was an opportunity where I might have considered going for it to try to make LSU have no opportunities to win this game. And now, with just needing a field goal, they're already at about midfield. 1:10 to play. And they'll throw over the middle. He's wide open. Our zones are getting picked apart left and right and down the middle. As outside now, once again, open. They are comfortably in field goal range and now looking for a touchdown as the RPO's got the 1st down to the red zone. 1 timeout for LSU. 25 seconds. They'll run it, and he's going to get to about the 10. That's where they'll burn the timeout, kick the field goal. So even though LSU maybe could have played it a little bit more aggressively at the end there, they'll still get it to overtime, and they have 10 unanswered points. They got the momentum. They got the football first, and this LSU offense is rolling for a 9-yard gain to the 16-yard line. Running, and once again, we are getting flattened in the trenches. We are not winning that battle, and LSU is running it down our throats at the 2-yard line, and they'll keep it going. This time we do get a little bit of a goal line stand here. 3rd down and goal. Try it again, and we stopped them. As it's a field goal try from the 2. We can come out of here and win this game right now. Come on, Deuce. There you go. Started off with a completion for 8 yards. As now 2nd down and 2. Gadosh up the middle for the 1st down. 14-yard line. And they'll go back to the ground. Back to our guy. Back to another 1st down. It's goal to go. 3 yards away. Running. He's going to get stood up. 1-yard gain. Now 2 yards away on 3rd and goal. Pop pass. And he's not going to have it. Both teams at the very end of their drives get stopped inside the 5, and we'll go to overtime number 2 as Deuce Knight. One of our goals is to win a 3 overtime or more game in the playoffs. They're not easy to come by, and I mean, part of me is rooting for that because that would be a big thing to check off. You don't know how many opportunities you're going to have at that, but also at the same time, I'd like to just go to the national championship here and not have things like that happen. Intercepted in the end zone, and LSU can win it now. They just need any points as they'll start their drive all the way down to the 7. Goal to go, and we need a turnover in the worst way, and I don't know if we're going to get it. 5 yards out, they could just play it safe. 3rd and goal, end zone shot. It was unnecessary, but he's not gonna have it. And a short chip shot field goal for the win is good. And LSU knocks us out of the playoffs. There was some opportunity there as, like I said, a 3 overtime or more playoff victory is on the board. That would have been one that would have been huge to get. Deuce Knight doesn't have nearly as good of a season as Dampier, but he is also a lot younger, wasn't going to be a 1-year player, lower overall. We had a nice split of running backs because some injuries took place, but run game was awesome. Defense had their moments, and I mean, now we're, I think, a legit perennial contender. We got 2 conference championships on the board, a couple of playoff victories. Again, I think our pace is really nice. We got a 1st-round draft pick. The 100 draft picks in 10 years is going to be a little rough, but we're doing what we can as we go 9th recruiting class. So things are getting really scary in that aspect too, because 3 years in, we have 3 not #1 recruiting classes, which means we need to get every single recruiting class. The rest of this video will need to be the #1 ranked recruiting class, or that little check mark on our bingo board is completely off the table. We cannot complete it, which really would stink. We do not want to lock ourselves out of not being able to do things like that. We want to make sure we preserve as many opportunities as we can. So from here on out, it's got to be number one recruiting classes. We're only a 3.5-star team even after the last couple of years we've had, which is a little disappointing. That's what's been a little bit difficult. We've been locked out of a number of 5 stars, or just not really had much of a chance competing with the Georgias and the Texases and the Alabamas. We just haven't been able to get them. But I would have thought we'd be at least a 4-star by now. Unfortunate. We just got to make the best out of it, though, as we head into the next season, year 4, where gotta make sure we keep on rolling to the conference championship. And not only that, I think at some point we do have to hit that national championship picture. We have to get there at the very least. We do make the conference championship, and it's a good one. Number 3 Kansas versus number 2 Kansas State as we sim through this one. And, you know, I would have thought a number 2 versus number 3 ranked matchup would have been this awesome, close, highly contested matchup. But you can see at halftime, it's 21-0, and Kansas State can't do much of anything. And we'll go to 24-0, and going at the end of the third quarter, it's about to be 31-0. We're at the goal line, and yeah, we score 31-0. We get the ball back again, 38-0. What has happened to number 2 Kansas State? We're gonna run away with the conference championship, and that's number 3 for us. Big win there. That was the one where it's like, we're not gonna have many conference championships where we're taking on a team that's just as highly ranked as us and maybe just as good as us. Getting that win there and getting the first round bye is massive. So we're number 2 in the country. We take on number 10 Texas A&M, who won their playoff game, and we'll get into that when it's 24-7 to start the fourth quarter, and we are in control. If you were paying attention to the Big O board as well, one of the really difficult ones, I think, is one where you have to win all of your playoff games on your road to a national championship by 3 scores. And there's a reason we'll be watching certain instances like this where it maybe is going to be a blow up, but we're right on the fringe. Right now, we're up by 17 exactly. We catch an interception, but that's going to be part of this. We need to win 3 playoff games. Getting the first round bye is huge. Getting 3 dominant playoff victories on our road to the national championship where we dominate the entire path. I mean, that's just rare to see happen, but it is possible for us as we have this 17-point lead. We do punt the football away, but Texas A&M, if we can hang on to the lead here with 5 minutes to play, get that 17-point win, leave us with 2 games left on that road. I mean, we still have to worry about winning a national title in general, so maybe we're thinking a little too far ahead here. Maybe just get a national championship first before we start thinking about that stuff where we have to dominate on our way there. But it could all happen in 1 year, which would be massive as we get the sack with 4 minutes to play. And at least we do have some incentive to watch a little bit of garbage time. Intercepted! Defense coming up big! Good news is that's basically going to seal it. Bad news is Texas A&M did get a garbage time touchdown at the very end, so we don't get the 17-plus point victory. Instead, we get met with an LSU rematch in the semifinals. So this time around, we were up by 10 last year. We're up by 12 this year. So maybe that's going to be just enough to hold on here, as we are going to even add on another field goal try where the kick, it's no good. And LSU gets great field position. That could have been a 15-point lead. Instead, LSU's got the good field position and every opportunity to cut this down to a 1-score game. 3rd down and 1. They'll sneak it. They'll get it midfield, handing it off. LSU's back's got a 10-yarder. He's had 130 yards on 19 carries, so he's run all over our defense. Just like last year where we just could not stop the run. Our trenches were getting mauled. And now throwing! Oh, we made a mistake! He threw it right to the linebacker! Picked off! Huge interception! Our defense is coming up with some massive turnovers. As now, with 7 to play, we can at least run a minute off this clock. Even if we go 3 and out here, which we will, we'll get about a minute and a half off the clock, which I'll take it at least, as we now go to LSU's possession where they got 8 yards to start their drive. A design rollout down the field. Nice throw, and he'll have a first. 5 to play, 38-yard line. RPO up the sidelines, and he got beat. At least the safety came over to get him out of bounds, as now 1st and 10 again, and I've seen this last year where their quarterback started to catch fire, complete pass after pass after pass, and he's doing it once more. 7 yards, 3rd down and 3. Quick throw, got the first down. Red zone opportunity as he is just dicing up the defense. Back of the end zone, touchdown. LSU, 1-score deficit. I don't want to see it happen again this year. Come on, put the game away with 3 to play. And we can't run the ball right now. 3rd and 11. Deuce, it's up to you, Deuce. What do you got? Step it up. Throwing. I think he could have ran, but he didn't want to. And now we go 3 and out. And LSU, it's not going to happen again. It's another first down. 45-yard line. 1:40 to play. Outside caught. It will be 5-ish yards. It'll be at midfield. 3rd down. And it'll go all the way deep down the field. He's got a one-on-one. Intercepted. Kansas. Defense comes up big and just get a first down. And we can run out this clock. Unfortunately, we just can't run the ball. Deuce, come on. Come up big. Okay, I'll take the sack. That's better than an incomplete. But we get hurt. And now a timeout gets burned for LSU. Deuce on 3rd and 15. Pass is incomplete. We can't move the ball, and LSU has a minute. One more try at it as they have it at right midfield where they were last time, and they'll throw down the middle. It's caught to the 23. 40 seconds. Pass is caught again. Down to the 11. They're out of timeout. 37 seconds to play. It is going to be short of the line. Way short. That'll burn some time off the clock. 25 seconds. I'm not really worried about that. Just keep them out of the end zone like that. Intercepted again in the end zone. Kansas. This time we get our revenge and we're going to the national title. And looking for number 1 on the video. We need 4 and we have our chance to get the first one. That is clutch from the defense. So many opportunities that LSU had, and they threw an interception each and every time. We take on number 1 undefeated Clemson in the national title game, and we are down by 7. So we are not looking great, especially with our run game. 15 carries, 34 yards. It's just been a struggle to run the football. It's been brutal in this playoff run where it hasn't in previous years. But Deuce Knight, gotta be the hero. Deuce Knight on the read option. Big run for Deuce. We find ourselves in the red zone. Screen, got some room. And I think he could have ran a little bit more wide for some more yards, but we'll take 6. Now read option. Deuce again. First down again. And we're inside the 10. Goal to go. Sweep it outside. We really just can't run the ball to save our lives. It's 3rd down and goal. They'll try the ground game one more time, and it's not gonna work. 4th and goal. We're going for it. Aggressive call. Deuce. End zone. It's caught. Touchdown. What a play. Deuce Knight delivers, and what a grab for the receiver. Tying the game. And Clemson, incomplete pass up 1st down to start their drive. And they'll go 2nd down ground. And the fumble one ahead. Oh, Kansas got the football back. And they got it at the 22. And everything's coming up Kansas now as we still can't run the football. It's 2nd and 15. Deuce to the air. And he'll hit the check down, but it's a flag. And the check down was incomplete. And it's a holding. That's awful. Back us up 3rd and 19 as he'll throw. And you can't take a sack there. And now it's a really long field goal. We lose 18 yards on the drive. And the field goal's no good. That's how you blow an opportunity. And Clemson gets a second life in an incomplete pass. 2nd down turns to 3rd down. And 7 yards to go as he has time. Way too much time. But the coverage was great. They go 3 and out. And we go with the football back. And once again, run game. Stop. 20 carries, 32 yards. And Knight, keeper, loses 2. We just can't run the ball. We just can't run it. Deuce to the air, and he'll go over the middle. It's intercepted. And we're just not good enough right now. We're just not good enough, it feels like. Deuce Knight has just had no help, it feels like. The ground game has been brutal. The receivers, I mean, they've been good, but it's just... can only do so much against this undefeated #1 ranked Clemson team. The defense, though, has been great, it feels like, in certain areas. A field goal is good. They play damage control, and we have another drive in which we can't run the football, and it's 3rd and 11 to try to tie this game up. Deuce just chucking it up deep. Double coverage, incomplete. And we'll punt the football with 2.5 to play. I don't love punting, but I understand that we are not moving it well. And now the run for Clemson. We're starting to burn our timeouts. 1 first down can maybe end this game altogether. 2nd and 6. First down, 1 more to do it, and he's going to get to 3rd and 9. We actually get an injury timeout to help us. Under 2 to play, and that first down is going to be what ends it. Clemson takes home the national title, and it feels like little by little we've gotten a little bit better. We go from conference championship and a playoff win to semifinals to runner-ups. And we get, like I said, a little bit better. Deuce Knight got a lot better. I mean, how about like doubling his touchdowns and, you know, having a little less on the turnover side of things. Gadosh, though, really good year for him, bouncing back from injury. 19 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. You can look at the career he's put up so far. I mean, look at, he's a touchdown machine. And only 1 fumble in his career, too. That's also really impressive. He has been awesome for us. Maybe our best player overall. But, man, I mean, 4 national championships, and we have, 6 years to do it. I don't think it's off the table, but would have liked to get that one. We're not going to have infinite opportunities. We do have one small thing going our way here, getting enough playoff wins to get program builder, and the big thing there is to persuade more prospects and players into, sticking around for not just another year, but avoid them transferring altogether. And it did help us overall, though, this year to get that #1 ranked recruiting class. We were good enough prestige-wise, and we drew enough interest, snagging 11 5-star players. So here's where we really get to take off and start to really put together dominant teams, talented, great teams. And I mean, the rest of the way, we do need to get #1 overall recruiting classes the rest of the way. Like, that's not going to be easy, but now that we've done it once, we can start to really do it a couple of times. Deuce Knight is going to be a 91 overall. We got some boosts as well. Gadosh is going to end up being a 4-year starter for us. And I mean, he could end up setting all like the team records. There are things out there that are like, setting career records, setting game records, setting season records. I don't know if I'm expecting that to happen for Gadosh, but I mean, he's had like, on average, like 16 rushing touchdowns a season. I mean, if he goes crazy and puts up like 20 more this year and, adds on to those numbers, maybe he can get up there. I mean, the touchdown record for rushing especially does get broken a decent amount when you simulate enough. But also, best player, Rashad Johnson Jr., 97 overall safety, which is awesome. Cornerback room is also insanely good. But we move on to year 5, where we are #4 in the country. We make the Big 12 title game, and we are not only like by far and away the best team in this conference. We're 97 overall, so we're close to that 99, 99, 99. You can see also the amount of points we scored. We need to put up 600 points in the regular season. That would be what we need to average, 50 points a game. We also did allow too many points to stay under that 15 point per game threshold. So if we get anything like that, the statistical stuff that I have on the bingo board, I will show you guys, obviously, but I check every year. Hasn't happened quite yet. But this Kansas team, I mean, we ran through the conference this year, and surprisingly enough, this Big 12 title game, it ain't domination like I thought it would be for a team that's 12-0 taking on an unranked West Virginia team. We're in a little bit of a fight right now where we kick a field goal to take a 3-point lead, but West Virginia, can they pull off the upset? I don't know if this would be enough to drop us completely out of the playoffs, but what a disastrous loss it would be, because this is about as easy as it gets for our conference championship. There's not going to be many instances where we're over here facing an 8-win unranked team in the conference title game. We did dominate Kansas State like the last time when they were #2 in the country, but I mean, there's going to be more likely teams kind of in between those two, more like the 10th to 15th ranked team. And West Virginia right now is looking to pull off maybe the biggest upset of this entire video when it's all said and done, as West Virginia, no, it's intercepted in the end zone, and the defense, again in a clutch situation, comes up with an interception in the end zone, and with 5 minutes to play, we take the football back again, up the middle, and a run for 10 yards, inches to go. We toss it outside, got the first down. And we can really start to get control of this one. We're running the clock as with 4 minutes of play. 3rd down and 9. Deuce Knight, keeper Knight. I mean, West Virginia was all over that one, and they'll get the football back, so they'll have another try at it. QB draw, and he stopped for a loss of 1. 3rd down and 10. Dropping to throw it. West Virginia, and it's incomplete. I think that was a drop off his hands. And we'll take it back over, and now it is time to start running things out here. They use 1 timeout. They use 2, but it's 3rd and 13. Running the football. He's not going to get it. He'll have 5. But 1 more try for West Virginia. Will it be 3rd time's the charm? They threw a pick in the end zone, went 3 and out, and now with 1 first down and a minute and a half to play, they got to go 65 yards if they want to win it in regulation, and they got to go even longer than that because of a sack, 11-yard loss. 3rd and 21 as he's got time. No one's getting open down the field. He does find an underneath route for 12, but we'll give him that. 4th and 9, conference title on the line, and he'll throw short of the line. It's caught, but not gonna happen. We survive for yet another conference championship, Big 12 title win. But not only that, a real stunner has happened here. Deuce Knight taking home Walter Camp Award. He's taking home the Maxwell Award, and Deuce Knight is taking home a Heisman Trophy. Check that off the list. Heisman Trophy for Deuce Knight. That is awesome. I did not expect that. I mean, that's not like the craziest Heisman in the world, but like still, I didn't expect to be winning a Heisman with Deuce Knight. I am so happy and thrilled to get that off the list, though, as we do get the Mackey Award winner, which it's unfortunate that we only had 2 different award winners. So for that one where I check off 3 award winners, it's not winning 3 awards, because obviously Deuce Knight just won 5 by himself. It's 3 different people winning an award to, you know, overcome something like that, because it wouldn't be fair if I just said, oh, we won 3 awards and Deuce Knight won 5 of them. It's 3 different players. We had 2 different players win awards there. So we check off the Heisman, not the award winners, though, and we are into the playoffs, where we do get a pretty favorable 2nd round matchup after our 1st round bye. Undefeated, so another thing we could potentially check off here. The 16-0 season is in play. That would be a thing we could put off the board. A touchdown from FIU, though. An FIU team that is now down by 14, but obviously, compared to the teams that we're going to be playing, not a talented one relative. I mean, they're like a 70-something, 80 overall maybe. We're sitting here almost at a 99 overall. We should have no issues, but FIU is playing it semi-close, down by 14 with the ball, 7 minutes to go. I mean, you can go on a drive here, make it a 1-score game if you get enough to go your way, as they get the first down. And 6.5 to go, 38-yard line, and they'll throw for another completion of 7 yards, 3rd down and 2, man in motion in the shotgun. They'll hand it off. Running back is not gonna get it. He's only gonna get half of it. A yard to go, 4th down, and they'll complete the pass to keep things going. It felt like if you stopped them there, that was probably gonna be your game. But FIU not going down without a fight, as they are gonna try to make an improbable comeback here. Pass is incomplete. 4th down again from the 38. A field goal does them no good, and they're trying to run it, and he's not gonna get it. Kansas takes over, and we can maybe end this game outright if we put some more points on the board. 3rd down, though, we actually go 3 and out. Still, though, for remaining positive, we backed them all the way up to have to go 97 yards, and they're most likely going to start using timeouts on this drive, so they're probably going to have to rely on an onside kick. We'll let them drive down the field, but keep them in bounds with plays like that. I'll give them 8 yards if the clock keeps on ticking and they lose 10, 15, 20 seconds at a time. There's another 20 seconds off the clock there. They're at the 34, make it the 39, 1st and 10, but we're ticking towards the 2-minute warning here, as little by little they are getting plays. First down there after a broken tackle. They're getting plays where they are moving the football forward, but it's just no chunk plays, no big plays, as we're down to 1:30 to go. They still are holding on to their timeouts for now. That pass caught, and they finally do burn the timeout there. So it's down to them having to score and get the onside kick. They're in the red zone. This is a really impressive drive, but it might be too little too late. A minute to play from the 6-yard line. Down to one timeout. Pass is caught. Touchdown, 97-yard drive. But you're down to one timeout, and you have to get the onside kick. Is scooped up by Kansas, and it got a little bit closer than I would have liked and would have thought, but regardless, we'll take the win any way we can get it. Make it 14-0, and if we want to make it 15-0, we got to take down another undefeated team, UNC, number 1 in the country. 14-0 versus 14-0. We are up 17-7, and we're driving in the red zone at this point, so we could come out here and really dominate this UNC team as we are down to the 10-yard line, looking to go up by 3 scores, handing it off. Gainish to the outside, is down to the 8. 4th down, we'll take a field goal, and UNC needed that badly as it remains a 2-score game. 2 touchdowns is what they'll need, as 20-7 your score in the rain, as UNC has got a completion for 7 yards. Their quarterback only has 60 passing yards all game. What a job from the defense, as he'll run for a 1st down off the read option, but 2nd down and 12 now, handing it off, and they are going to actually have a really nice run right at the line. 3rd and inches, 7 minutes to play. Keeper again, maybe this is why he only has 60 yards passing, because they're running it a lot, and it's 4th and inches after the stop. They're going to the air, needing the conversion. He's wide open for a 10-yard gain to midfield. Give him 70 yards on the game as they'll sweep it to the outside, get some room, and he'll have 7 more on the play. We're ticking down towards 6 minutes to go. Running again, just running the football so much, down by 2 scores. They are confident in their ground game to get them to where they need to be, and that's another 1st down to the 30-yard line. Handing it off again as we're down to 5 minutes. And I mean, that they're at least driving down the field, and the passing game's coming up big on 3rd down inside the 10. I was gonna say they're taking some time off the clock though as they're running. 4.5 to go, and it's 3rd and goal. 3rd down from the 5, and he's throwing. He's going to go down. He's sacked. 4th and goal with under 4 minutes to go, and he's got nowhere to go this time either. All that for nothing, and the Heisman winning Deuce Knight takes over. 1 step away from a national championship. We may go 3-0, but we got to set UNC all the way back to their own 38, and a deep pass. First play of the drive. Oh, he caught that out of nowhere. He ended up with most of his yards all game on that one play, and it's 20-14, just like that, as we take it back, needing 1st downs to end this one. 3rd down and 3, huge play, and he's got nowhere to go. UNC can pull this off. 2 minutes to go, and they have it. 2 timeouts, and the 2-minute warning hitting there. 41-yard line read option. They're going to go back to their ground game, and it's going to work for a 1st down. 1st and 10 on the read option again. He's got it for 3 more. 1:30 to play. Just straight up handoff out of the under center formation. I mean, you got to throw it eventually, like right here. 3rd down and 4. Incomplete. 4th down. This one can end it as UNC down the middle. It's over everybody's head. If it wasn't for the fact that UNC's quarterback is atrocious, very good chance we would have been sent packing. But we instead go to the national championship, and we're taking on Alabama. Let's go and finally get that 1st one on the board. It's a close game. This is for not only our 1st national championship, but to check off a 16-0 season off our board. As a stiff arm there from Gainish. Trying to end his career. Oh my goodness, he stiff armed another guy. And he's at the 10-yard line. And Deuce Knight, can he go? Yes, he can. Deuce Knight on the option. touchdown, and we have a 2-score lead, 24-14, and what a season it could be. Heisman winner, awards all over the place for Deuce Knight, and potentially a 6th national championship. The defense coming up big, sack after sack, 3rd and long, and Alabama's got nowhere to go. They got a punt in, a 2-score lead, and the football with 8 minutes to go as we will get into our ground game. Gators having a pretty solid game this time around, but he's getting stopped in the backfield here. I mean, for a guy like him, I want him and Deuce Knight to both end their careers with that national title win. They deserve it for the efforts that they put in this school. 3 years and 4 years a starter as the backfield. Harris, that's an interception! Oh, where was he throwing that football? That was way off, and we have it back again. Spin option, pitch it out. We may lose yards, but we're back in field goal range, and a run. Oh, he's got the first down in Alabama. You gotta be sick. It was 3rd and 11. You could have got off the field there, and instead, Deuce Knight, caper into the 10-5 touchdown, Deuce Knight. And we got a 3-score lead. That national championship, it's looking like it's coming home. And a 16-0 season to go with it. 4.5 to go, 17-point lead. It can't go anywhere. Yet another sack, and it's 3rd and 20, and that pass incomplete. 4th and 20, they punted the football. Yeah, I think they have conceded, and they are losing this national championship. That's crazy. You're down by 17. Like, it's not impossible. You just punt the football away? Just give it to us? Yeah, we'll take it. A 16-0 season for Deuce Knight. We get to check off some things off of our board finally as Deuce Knight as well throws for 4,000 yards, 36 touchdowns. Less touchdowns than last year throwing, but he had 16 on the ground with 900 rushing yards. Gators, look at this career for him. At least 18 touchdowns in all 3 of his full years, and then even in the year where he played 9 games, he still put up 14 touchdowns. That is a whole lot of scores for him. But yeah, off of our board, the 16-0 was the big spot in the middle for us. You know, we don't do free spots here, but, you know, 16-0 is huge. And also in that line, bottom left corner, the Heisman winner, playoff victories is there as well. And I think on pretty decent pace for playoff victories as well. So, like, that line, that diagonal line's looking pretty decent for us. We have to break an NCAA career record and average 50 points a game on offense for the regular season. Not gonna be easy. Like 50 and is like right at that threshold of like all-time great in this game. You see a lot of high 40s in this game. You don't often see 50s in the game. Like that's the threshold I thought was a pretty fair one to get to. But we had the #1 recruiting class once again. Like I said before, gotta do it the rest of the way or that one will be locked out from us, which that would really stink, especially since it's right next to the Heisman winner, and it would be possible also with the conference championships being in the bottom right corner too. So like not getting that #1 recruiting classes, that could sell us from a bottom row bingo, because that is very possible. You know, the season record and the 17+ point comeback in a playoff game would be the ones that we'd have to figure out. But with Deuce Knight gone and with Gators gone, we have to load up once again on our backfield. Now, thankfully for us, the rest of this team is really good, and the receiving core is awesome. I mean, we got 2 90+ guards, got a 90+ center. You know, I'm talking with like the boosts and everything, but we got like a 93 edge rusher as well. I mean, yeah, the team is awesome at this point. All those 5 stars coming in have really developed at this point. We got some transfer portal interest as well, so you can see what the roster looks like top to bottom. And the reason I'm showing this here is you can see in that top right corner for our overalls, we check off yet another thing, the 99, 99, 99. That one was probably one of the more easy things on the board. You know, I didn't want it to be everything being impossible. I felt like this board is not generally pretty easy. Like, we're not gonna get like a blackout bingo, but you know, this was on the lower end of things, but we get the 99s across the board. Check that off. And we also, when you look at that top row, I mean, we haven't completed anything else in there, and those ones aren't exactly easy, but regardless, it's another thing to check off. We head into year 6, conference championship, taking on a number 14 ranked UCF team. as we are number 4, 11-1, so no undefeated regular season this time around. We had that little upset scare against West Virginia, who was unranked, and I said we're probably going to be ending up facing more teams in this range, that 10-14 range. Well, it's weird that we, had that close game against West Virginia and we dominated a number 2 Kansas State team. And right now, against UCF, we are dominating. It's 21-3. And we're on that fringe here of, like, should we hop in? But no, I mean, we score a touchdown, we get the ball back, we score again, 31-3. They don't score, we get a long touchdown, and the final is 38-3 in another conference championship. So I think we're going to hit that 7 conference title threshold. Like, the fact that we've gone out and won all of them that we've played in, yeah, I think we're going to hit that, as we are, not in like any Heisman contention here. But how about some awards? I skipped over that one really quickly, but you see we did win the award. I'll go over that. We won, I believe that was the Freshman of the Year for Spriggs. Then that's Danny Queen winning the Remington Award, so that's 2. And then for 3, it's Joe Wells. It's a little cheap, but actually it does count. That's 3 different award winners. We won Returner of the Year. I never win Returner of the Year in Sims. That's funny. But our quarterback, our new one, true freshman, James Spriggs. There it is, Sean Alexander Award. That is one award. We won the Jet Award, which was the best return man for Joe Wells, who is our senior wide receiver. And then, yeah, we won the Remington. So 3 different award winners. That's how we check that off. 3 different people winning awards. And it might be a little scary for, the rest of the world of college football that our quarterback just won Freshman of the Year. Yeah, we might have 3 years, maybe even 4 if he sticks around, of great quarterback play. But when you look at the NCAA All-Americans, you see 3, but not 5. So we did not hit the 5 first team all NCAAs, but we did end up with, in total, 7 NCAA All-Americans across both teams. We'll be getting a first round bye and taking on Duke, who is number 11 in the country. And hey, how about we start looking at a different thing to check off our list, that dominant path that we talked a little bit about, but we did dominate in our conference championship. The conference championship doesn't matter, when it comes to the domination, but like you could see how good we are where we dominated the conference championship 38-3. And now against a playoff Duke team, pretty similar level of domination here, 31-6 at the start of the 4th quarter. And I don't think they're going to be able to come back, and I don't think they're going to be able to cut that lead down. They do not. A 21-point victory. So that starts us off to where we can get that dominant path of 3-score wins across the board in the playoffs. We take on Missouri, who's number 7 in the country, in the semifinals. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to do it this time around. 21-16 is your score. 3rd down, incomplete pass. We would need some things to go our way, especially like a missed field goal here, but no, Missouri boots it through. It's 21-19. We have the advantage, so I don't think winning by 17 is going to happen in this game unless we get real hot in this 4th quarter. But above all else, winning is important, not winning by 17. We can worry about that later. Like I said, we still have to get 4 national championships, and we only got 1 on the board right now. But it does also give us that opportunity to check off yet another thing. Back-to-back national championships is a thing that we need to do. So we are the defending champs right now, and with 1 step away from that national title game, we could pull it off in this season. As the run for Missouri, as they got the football back, and they're going to lose a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11, pass is caught, and he'll set up 3rd down and 2. Man in motion, they go handoff. Hey, stopped in the backfield, lost a 1. We'll take that football back, 2nd down, as they're going to throw, and that pass broken up by Missouri's defense. 3rd down and 6. And he will have time. Throw middle, caught for the 1st down. And we will move the chains. 5.5 to play. Run to the outside. That's a lot of room. And a move. And he breaks the tackle and gets inside Missouri territory as we will go back to the air. Completion. Broken tackle. Here he goes. No one's going to catch him. All the way. That was a 12-yard play. That turned into a touchdown play. And we take a 2-score lead with the extra point. 28-19 as Missouri. Big play. Sheds the tackle. and they are coming out swinging, trying to get back to a one-score deficit as that pass. Inside the 30-yard line, they're already in field goal range. 27-yard line for Missouri. Offensive line doing a phenomenal job giving them time, but they only get 5 yards on the completion. No one open downfield. We send the blitz, 3rd down and 5, and they beat it. 1st down into the red zone, and just over 2 minutes to play. 14-yard line as they'll go end zone. Touchdown! They got it, and Missouri down by 2 as we need to get a couple of first downs here as they go fake the pitch and gets a couple of yards on the play. Now a handoff, and that one just poorly blocked all around. 3rd down and 11 in Missouri. Easy 3-and-out. They get the football with 2 minutes to go, needing a field goal for the potential win. 1:30 to play as 3rd down and 7. He's throwing it deep, incomplete. It's 4th down. Just like that, it could be all over for Missouri, and they'll throw it. It's caught and right around field goal range. 1:10 to play as they'll go from the 38, get it a little bit closer, and we got to start burning timeouts though. We need to get this football back. 3rd and 7 screen, needing to get off the field here, and the tackle is made and sets up a 49-yarder for the lead with exactly a minute to go. We missed it! He missed it wide right, and we catch a break. We win. We're going to a national title, and we are in a rematch for the 2nd straight year, taking on Alabama, and we start things off in a goal-to-go situation at the start of the 4th quarter, up by 7, and immediately it's a touchdown, Kansas! Wow, we caught such a break. I mean, there was a chance we could have went down and scored a game-winning field goal on our end, but I wouldn't have wanted to go through that. I just would prefer to take the missed field goal, even though we could have checked something off, which is win a game as time expires. But, you know, again, one of those things where I'd rather just get the national championship locked up, as this is going to really hurt our chances of doing that, as he's all the way to the 1-yard line. Alabama with a play as they can cut it down to a 7-point game, and they will. Touchdown Bama, and we'll take it back with a 7-point lead, trying to win back-to-back, not only win back-to-back, but over Alabama 2 years in a row. 2nd down and 11 after a 1-yard loss. The pass is going to be real short, gets 6, and we'll be at 3rd down and 5 as the run, and the run is plenty enough. 1st down, and we're under 7 minutes to play. Another run, another nice gain, and another 1st down. 44-yard line as we will go read option. This time he'll pull it, and he's at about midfield, 6 yards. Jump to 3rd down and 2. Run, and Alabama shoots through for the stop. And on 4th and 2 from just past midfield, we don't go for it. We punt it deep and make them drive 90 yards. Well, they already got 20 on the first play, and 5 minutes to go. Passes knocked away. Nice defense there. 2nd down and 10 as they go read option once more. It worked last time, and it's going to work this time. 12 more on the play. 4.5 to go. RPO, and he's over the top of the defense. Oh, he's gone. Touchdown, Bama. And they're going to tie it up. Just like that, 90-yard drive in just a couple of plays. It's 33-33, and we got 4 minutes to go. Really backed up, 3rd down and 5. Don't want to go 3-and-out. Here's Spriggs over the middle, caught for the first. Huge play. It was clutch to go and make that play in a situation where if we didn't get it, Alabama was going to have great field position at the very least and plenty of time. At 2nd down and 13, passes swung out to the running back, and there he goes for a 1st down and more into Alabama territory. Down to the 2-minute warning approaching. Read option. Spriggs is right on the edge of field goal range. I'm thinking 5 more yards maybe. He goes read option again. It's got more than enough. And get down. Don't fumble the football. He's at the 27. 1:30 to play. Bama might have to start burning timeouts, and he gets stopped in the backfield. Bama does. 3rd down and 12, running the football. I don't think we're going to have that, no, but we got to just put through this field goal. Trust our defense. Kick! It's almost blocked, but it's going to be good. Defender, I don't know what he was doing. He timed it perfectly, but he didn't block it. And Alabama immediately 3rd down and 5. What a catch! Oh, he brought it down! And immediately they're in field goal range. They can send it to overtime or go for the win. Bama checks it to the outside. They get an injury timeout from us. Come on. Don't lose it like this, screen. They are playing it real safe. They were just playing for the field goal. I think they realized they got lucky there at that big play at the end of the regulation. How do you let that happen? We're going to overtime. 36, 36. From the 25, we start with Bama, and he is sacked, and he's going to have a flag as well. That sack was only like a 1-yard loss, but this is a lot more than a 1-yard loss. It's a holding. Back him up. 1st and 20 now from the 35. Hit as he's throwing, and it's caught. All right, back to the 20 they go. Wipe out those penalty yardage. 2nd down and 5. Pass to the outside. Oh, he picked it up. He jumped in. Kansas takes it away, and we could win the game. Any points, anything we need. Just do not turn it over. Running the football down inside the 10. It's goal to go. Come on, let's finish this off with 1st and goal from the 7. Diving touchdown. Kansas stamp it home. Back-to-back national championship seasons. So we check that off, and we are halfway to 4 titles as a whole, and that is awesome to see because that was such a close one. James Spriggs, oh boy, we might have found ourselves a special quarterback. 5,000 yards almost, 43 touchdowns. Our running back, John's a new one, 23 touchdowns, 3 1,000-yard receivers, all with double-digit touchdowns, and a defense that had a double-digit sack guy, a D tackle, who also, I mean, he didn't even play the whole season. He was hurt. And look at Dion Waiters, not the, Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters, the cornerback, who had a really nice career, ends with 7 interceptions for us in his final year. We're finally putting together some really big draft classes. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to 100, though. And speaking of things we're not going to be able to get, it was a really tough year recruiting. We ended up with only the number 3 class, which means that little thing on our bingo board, 7 number 1 recruiting classes, is not going to be possible for us, which is really unfortunate. It is what it is, though. Some things you're just not going to be able to achieve. I thought that one was going to be doable for us, though. I guess that's just on me. I didn't recruit good enough. It happens, but we still put in a really good class. I mean, talent-wise, we're going to be all right. We still got the number 3 class. It's just, yeah, some of the 5 stars really just weren't feeling it this year for us for some reason. We move on to the next season, what this team's going to look like. Spriggs, I don't care who the highest rated quarterback is. Spriggs is going to be the starter for this team. How about Johns being unbelievable? I mean, 91 overall, he's 94 boosts. We are still maintaining that 99 across the board roster talent. And with what we have left on this bingo board, that is, like things we still need to accomplish for the overall 85% career win percentage. I think we're doing pretty all right there. I think we were on track for that. 2 more national titles, conference championships. I think we'll be able to get, 2 more the rest of the way. We need some of those in-game goals, like the 3 overtime win, the 17-point comeback, win at the buzzer, stuff like that, 100 combined points in a game. We haven't been able to do any of those in-game goals. And then when it comes to some of the other goals, I'm really going to try to push forward and go for, one of them being win 10 games against top 25 opponents. So what I mean by that is they have to be top 25 when we play them, not like by the end of the season. When we play them, we have to beat them when they are a top 25 team. Obviously, the playoff games, if we get a first round bye, that's 3. Conference championship, presumably, that's 4. And we end up losing one in the regular season. That was our only loss. But in the regular season, we only were able to beat 3. It's rough because our conference just isn't filled with ranked teams. We only play maybe 1 to 2 ranked teams in our conference a year. And one of them, is TCU this year, where we're playing in the conference championship. So if you're adding the conference championship on top of that, it's like 2 to 3. So the team, I think, is good enough now to where I can schedule a bunch of top 25 opponents non-conference and hope for the best. The trade-off, though, is it's going to be a lot harder to average 50 points a game scoring-wise and allow 15 or less points. So it's really a matter of what you want to go for, because if you're playing top 25 teams, you're not going to be scoring as much or allowing less. But if we are playing the bum teams and scheduling FCS opponents, we're going to have a better chance of getting those goals, but we're obviously not going to get the top 25 ones. So it's a give and take. I want to try to do both. I want to try to do all of the above, but we're going to start with the top 25 teams. Didn't get it done this year. Still, though, we can win another conference championship, make it number 6. It's 30-18 your score, and Johns is running wild on this team. Over 130 yards, and he's adding to it, make it 139 on the ground to be exact, as he goes to the edge, and he'll get one. Not enough for the first down, and it will be a field goal try. Kick is good, so we maintain a 2-score lead. 15 points on the board is what TCU needs to overcome. 4 minutes to go as well, so I think we're in a pretty comfortable spot here as they'll run for the first down, and TCU with a stiff arm. And with just now 3 minutes to play, still not even in our territory yet, as they're going to go backwards. You can't go backwards. Loss of 10 on the sack, as they'll throw once more outside. Well short. Got to go for it on 4th down and 10, as they will throw, obviously, sending everyone down the field. And he'll just throw the running back short. He's not able to get there, and we take it back. And now pitch it out. Johns is going to get a yard. We'll probably go 3 and out here. Yes, we will. But a long field goal try to even extend this lead more is good. We'll take home the victory here and put us 1 conference championship away from the 7, which that's so impressive that like just 6 in a row in 7 years. I didn't think I'd have this little problem. I thought I'd lose 1 or something. James Spriggs wins the O'Brien Award, but nothing else. We go to the first round of the playoffs, where we obviously have a first round bye, and National All-Americans just won on the first team. And we've been really going crazy with second teamers, though. Too bad there's nothing for second teamers. Notre Dame is our matchup. Number 11 in the country. We are up 15-10. There's nothing also on the board for a three-peat, but again, 4 total national titles, 20 playoff victories is what we need. Every single playoff win counts, as we are going to see if we can go and three-peat, though, which would just be cool in general, as they are going to fumble the football. That ball sent flying. How did we not pick that up? What in the world was that? 3rd down now for Notre Dame. That pass to the outside is just shy. 4th and inches, they're going for it, though. Love the call, love the blitz, and Notre Dame up top, knocked away. Great job in the one-on-one coverage, trusting our guys out there to send a blitz and rely everybody one-on-one, man-on-man. 3rd down and 6, though. We are not going to be able to bring that one down. That was a tough grab to make. Can't even really hate there, as Notre Dame gets their stop. The swing out to the running back. What a broken tackle. He got through all that and got a first down. Really impressive there, as from the 46, throw over the middle is reeled in. Tough grab to make. Notre Dame making some really cool plays here, as they are making another first down happen, inching closer to the red zone. Run play. This time we're all over it, and it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 14. Pass underneath. It's caught, and he's going to get 9 yards, not a first down. They'll go for it again, and it's gonna work this time. That was in traffic, but he got it in there. And now from the 10, goal to go. 3rd and goal, and they'll go play action. Throwing is hit as they throw it, and it's into a D-lineman's hands. Picked off by the big man, and he's hopping his way to the sidelines, where we get the football back, and we can really put this game away now. Notre Dame's had 2 opportunities to kick field goals. Maybe they could have. And now a fumble at our end. Oh no, it's Notre Dame's ball now. Oh, that's so bad. Notre Dame wide open man back inside the 10. And they are immediately, with the 2-minute warning, going to put it in the end zone. And things are looking scary for us now. We got to go on a game-winning drive, 2-point conversion for the 3-point lead. Back of the end zone, that is caught. I don't know, they're catching everything in traffic. We'll take it over, though. 2 minutes is plenty of time. We have all of our timeouts. We'll get 5 on the carry. Make it 3rd down and 4. Go with the sweep. And he's going to spin off a tackler, but lose yards. He loses 5. It's 4th and 9. Are we going to slip up here? 4th down. Throwing a Spriggs on the run. Down the field. It's tipped. And it's incomplete. We still have all of our timeouts, so we need a 3 and out. And he's not going to get a 3 and out. Timeout used. It's still possible to get the ball with some time left, but not much, as they'll run all the way down to get it to 17 seconds. kick the field goal. It's good, and we need a miracle here. 81 yards and 11 seconds with no timeout. Spriggs to throw. He's going deep down the field. 1-on-1. It's caught. He caught it. Oh, we got to get back to the line, though. We only have 3 seconds. I don't know if this is going to happen. I think they're going to start running the clock. We don't have any timeouts. And it's 3, 2, 1. How? We just let that happen. We almost pulled off something absolutely insane. If he would have broke free and scored there, that would have been one of the craziest plays like ever on this channel. That would have been insane. Spriggs, how about 46 touchdowns to 4 picks? That's insane too. That stinks, going out one and done in the playoffs. We are back-to-back champions though. Like, we got that checked off. We are gonna have some serious pressure, you know, put on us though. We only have 3 years left, and we need to win 1 conference title, which is no problem. I feel like that'd be crazy if we choke that away, but in 3 years we need to win 2 more national titles, and we'll need to win, especially to you know, make up for the fact that we just went one and done there. We still have to win 20 playoff games. We're like really pushing it close with that one. Like, that is really close. We did get the #1 recruiting class. Like I said, that doesn't matter though. That's kind of out of the realms of possibility. But we're also looking for those single season goals, like the, you know, the 50 points, the 15 points allowed from defense, the 10 ranked opponents to beat them. We haven't gotten any of the in-game goals. Like, I know they're not easy, but, you know, 3 overtime game. We did make overtime in one of the games against LSU. We didn't win it. It didn't go to 3 overtimes, but we didn't get a 17-point comeback yet. We haven't gotten 100 combined points. These are really hard, but you know, it's not supposed to be easy. I didn't want one of those like Mickey Mouse cupcake bingo cards where we just get like 17 bingos. I want to actually like sweat it out a little bit. You know, it was really difficult to put out everything together. And I guess also, if you like ideas like this, you know, 1, liking the video would help and subbing and everything. But 2, if you want to see something like this run back again, you can leave certain ideas down and we could switch up the bingo board, shuffle it, maybe use worse teams, do whatever it is. So, you know, you're very much open to, you know, suggesting ideas to put on the card to make things even more difficult if you want. But this is a good year for us. We're starting off first week of the season, locked game against Kansas State, who's number 25. So we scheduled 3 non-conference ranked opponents, and we got to see if we can get the job here done. 25th team in the country goes down. That was really lucky that we got the 25th team in week 1 in a locked game. Next game against Missouri, number 12 in the country, really good team. We lose that game, so only 1 top 25 win. We take on Florida. They did lose, but they still remain ranked. They're 18th when we play them, and I'm kind of just doing this like this so I can kind of prove it to you. 2 wins, that's 2. Like I said though, I'm doing it so that you guys can actually see that they were ranked at the time that we were playing them, because it's not going to show if I go back into the schedule at the end of the year. SMU, another ranked team, and in our 4 first-ranked opponent games, we win 3 of them. And then week 5, 5th straight ranked team against TCU, winning 4 out of 5 minimum is what we kind of need to hit that threshold. We do get some commits here. Hey, how about some 5-star players? True fun at running back. But we do win 4 out of 5. Then later on in the season, another week later actually, not that much later on, number 23 Arizona State. They're 6-1, but they are ranked. And we are able to grab our 5th ranked win of the season. The issue is we are put in a spot where we're taking on number 21 UCF in the conference championship. There were no other ranked teams left in our conference for the rest of the season. And if you want to know why that's bad, well, winning this game would mean 6. We get a first round bye. That's 7, 8, 9. The only way we'd be able to do it this season is if we didn't get a first round bye, but seeing as how we're number 3 in the country and currently up 38-0, I mean, we couldn't lose this game either, because that would also still put us only at 9. There was no way we could do it, so us losing that Missouri game is going to be what costs us that one. That was probably our best chance at it. If we were in like the SEC or the Big Ten, probably a good chance we were able to do that one, but like, it's just, there's like no one ranked in this conference. It's literally like 2 a year, and unless we get lucky, there were 3 this year. There was TCU, Arizona State, and Kansas State, and then we had 3 unranked non-conference opponents that were ranked, that would have given us exactly 6 what we need on the regular season, plus the conference championship and the 3 others. So the stars have to align for that to happen. It just didn't, which is unfortunate. But, I mean, speaking of stars aligning, though, the playoffs, it's going great for us. I mean, how about the first game? 31-0 on Auburn. Poor Auburn. We faced them twice. We're smacking them around. Fourth quarter, 31-0. Make it 38-0. Looks very much like our conference championship. And we're back on track to potentially go and check off another one of those things that we have tried to a couple of times, and that is that 17-plus point dominant victory in all of our playoff games. We will be taking on number 10 Texas. So can we win by 17-plus in these last 2 games to check that one off? Well, to start off this Texas game, it's 24-10, and Texas with a field goal will knock it through. So 24-13 to start things, basically, as with an 11-point lead. It's very possible, very doable. Our running back over here, Price, 110 yards on just a couple of carries. Oh, he fumbled the football, though, and Texas picks it up in scoring range off the bat, and they can put it into a 1-score game. I'm over here thinking about winning by 17. We gotta make sure we don't choke this game away. I gotta make sure we at least lock it in first, as it's gonna be a 3rd down and 3 from the 6-yard line situation for Texas. Pressure comes in. He fumbles the football, and we get it right back. That is huge. A fumble right back at you, and we'll have the football with 8 minutes to play. And you know, typically I'd be thinking, hey, let's just run out this clock. Let's keep the ball safe. But let's go and get another touchdown. I want to check this one off the list. This one's a really difficult one, so let's go for it as we are reaching out for the first down. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Reach out. Keep on pressing the issue as we right to midfield. 3rd down and 1. Handing it off. There he goes for the first down. And we are at about the 6-minute mark. Read option. And he's got another nice little run. 8 more yards, chunk by chunk. Sweep it out. There you go. Bigger run here. And a gain of 10. How about another new set of downs and another run and another 6 yards? He's at 152 on the ground. Keep it going. First down on the ground again. They cannot stop us. And, well, they stopped us there. But in general, they can't stop us. 2nd and 14. Read option. Lead blocker out in front. I don't know. You didn't really need to make a juke there. You had the lead blocker, but 3rd down and 2 regardless. We'll take a 12-yard run. Try it again. He's going around the edge. Goal to go. If we put it in the end zone, it'll be just enough. Handing it off. And he's in. Touchdown. It is a 18-point lead, as that's the threshold, 17 points. Just got to hold on for 3 minutes. This is the only time I've ever needed to watch garbage time. In 2 minutes to play, they get a first down on 4th down. Oh, we're going to choke away the spread. This is what bettors be watching for. Are they going to cover the spread? 31-13. Come on, guys. Get it done. No, they scored a touchdown. Oh, man. A minute and a half to go. We get the onside kick, but we need to score. We're not even going to try to score, though. 3rd down and 4. We don't get it. A field goal, I guess, is cool, but it doesn't do us anything. We need 17, not a 14-point lead, so I don't know how we score here. Kick the field goal. It is no good. Sure, I don't know if that really matters. Texas is going to, I guess they'll have a miracle chance in this one. I don't think that's going to happen, though. 24 seconds to go. 3rd down and 15 as Texas throws to the outside. Oh, it's intercepted. Come on, take it back. Oh, that's how we're going to do it. Oh, we got that. Touchdown. We covered the spread. I'm on an 18-point lead once again. Such an unlikely way to have that happen. We are in the national championship, and if we win it by 17, we check that off the bingo list. That is crazy. Okay, Georgia, can we do it? It is 31-16. It's possible. It is possible. We have the football, but we do not get a first down. Georgia is down by 15. Oh, and an interception! Well, the defense is helping us out here. It is a field goal. That is all we need. We don't need a touchdown. Just a field goal. We're in field goal range. I don't even know if I've ever done this in a regular video, like a non-challenge video. Like, winning by 17 in all of your playoff games and just dominating your road there. I might have done it like once, Maybe I just don't remember, but that is so difficult to do. Come on, guys. We got the field goal. We got the lead by 18 again. Can we hold on to it? Georgia with a big play. 7-point lead, and they will throw underneath and a first down. Come on, defense. We got 2 picks on the day so far. Can we make it 3? Throwing it deep. 1-on-1. Knocked away. Good defense, at least, as they are going to have 4th and 7. And we stopped them! 4th and 7. They get stopped as they are going to have to try and make sure they get a stop if they're trying to spoil our dreams. It's looking like that 3rd national championship is coming in, but we go 3 and out, and it's just up to us to try to play defense a little bit more. Can we get another interception, please? That would help us out. The offense isn't really helping the defense out, but 4th down and 8. Another 4th down situation, and oh, that was so crazy. He should not have gotten that. 3:30 to play. Georgia tucking and running, and they're in Kansas territory. I highly doubt that they would take a field goal. That would be disgusting if they did that. So we just got to hold them out of the end zone. Under 3 to go, and they're in the red zone. Down to the 12-yard line. 2:30 to play. Throwing. He's running now. He's inside the 5. Oh, okay, no, not really. It didn't really get much forward progress. Down at the 6, I suppose, as he is throwing again. This time, and so touchdown, Georgia. And an 11-point lead, which means even though we got the onside kick, it's not enough. A field goal won't do it, as we are running for the first time. This is... You know, like, I'm happy we're going to win the national championship, but can we get the touchdown? 4th down and 5. We're going for it. I don't even know why. Let's go for it. Let's get a touchdown. Take a shot. And he gets the first down, but nothing more. Okay. That was such a roller coaster of just trying to win games by 17 points on the dot or beyond that. We came so close to doing that, though. A dominant game against Auburn. A pick 6 at the very end to have a backdoor cover against Texas, and then just barely, basically a garbage time touchdown from Georgia to make us lose. But still, this season we were able to check off the conference championships. We got 7. That's big. We got 3 national championships now, which means we have 2 years to win 1 more. And when you're looking at what we need for bingo, I think across the diagonal line that we have here, I think that's maybe our best hope, because we have the Heisman winner, we have the 16-0, 20 playoff wins. We're in progress for that one, and then we NCAA career record 50 points average. That's not great, not ideal. And then if you go far right side, 7 conference championships, we have it. 4 national titles, we almost have it. 3 people winning an award in 1 season, we have it. 85% career win percentage, so far I think we have it. And then once again, 50 points averaged in the regular season. That's our big hurdle, but also, I don't know if you were paying attention, but Enrique Banks, a running back, he was the #1 overall running back recruit. We actually got him, and he immediately transferred after 1 season. I was looking at records just to see if we had anything that I missed. Apparently, Enrique Banks went to Ball State and just farmed off an insane amount of touchdowns. 38 touchdowns in 1 year rushing. Are you serious? He had 5 against Purdue. What is this? Why did he go there to Ball State and just set every record? That is insane. He also 27 the year before. I looked in the portal just because I was curious to see if he transferred again. No, he just wants to stick at Ball State and just set every record, I suppose. But another #1 recruiting class. But for the last 2 seasons, I'm going full steam ahead on the points allowed and points scored side of things. I mean, that's the one we need, the points scored. We need that a lot more than the 10 wins versus top 25 opponents, so we're pivoting there. And the way we do that is by doing the complete opposite. Instead of scheduling great opponents and good opponents for top 25 teams, we're going to schedule the worst opponents we can find. We are scheduling the biggest piles of garbage we can find. An FCS team, and the other 2 non-conference games are going to be against the 2 lowest rated defenses I can find, and we're going to just try to farm as many points as we can. Remember, it is throughout the regular season, because that puts us on a level playing field with everybody, because then if you started counting the playoffs and all that other stuff, not everyone plays in the playoffs, and you know, I think it'd just be fair. Everyone gets 12 games in the regular season. Let's just do it against the rest of the field. And for our schedule, once you get a couple of years into the Dynasty, there's some like 0-star teams that have like 50 overall defenses. So there's some like real bad teams that we were able to schedule. So we advanced at the midway point in the season just to kind of give you an update. Now keep in mind, we do get to play the easier teams in the first half of the schedule, so it's going to be hard to keep pace. But 76 points on FCS and 72 on Coastal Carolina. We also put up 68 on Arizona. At the moment, we're averaging 56. But again, we're not playing FCS teams in the second half of the year. We also are averaging 9 points allowed. It's good pace, but we need to really make sure we can hold on to it, because then the next three games actually, 41, 41, 35, and we eventually make the conference championship. No surprise there. We actually lost a game on our way there, but you can see we started to really fall off a little bit with our points scored. It was still a lot, but we averaged 49 a game. Now, we also did end up checking off the 15 points allowed. We allowed 14.3, but when it comes to our, you know, hopes and dreams of getting a bingo, that doesn't really help us too much. I mean, like, unless we get a miracle like 100 draft picks and first team All-Americans, but even then, on that row, we would still need the 50-plus points per season, and we're only going to have one more year to do that. So, like, our bingo could be coming down to that if we are not able to put up an NCAA career record as well, which that I have been kind of keeping tabs on. That is still very much in the realms of possibility because our quarterback Spriggs is still here for a fourth year, and he's been putting up stats left and right. I don't know if he's going to be able to get enough, but we're really cutting it close. Speaking of cutting it close, I mean, we're cutting it close to maybe missing the playoffs this year because we are 14th in the country. And even though in our conference championship, we're handling business right now against Oklahoma State, we don't need to win any more conference championships. We've already checked off that box. But I mean, if we want to make the playoffs, we got to win this one. And even then, it's no guarantee, because I don't know if beating an unranked Oklahoma State team is going to be enough to put us in there. So Oklahoma State is also trying to pull off a comeback as well. 26-13 your score. They're going to throw. They're just 3.5 minutes to play as they're going to go down the middle of the field. There's a flag down, but that's a big play. And the flag is looking like it's going to come back. So Oklahoma State take all those yards off the board, back them up, and it's 2nd and 14 now as they'll go middle, caught, and they'll get the first down. But I mean, that still is brutal to take all those yards off, and, you know, it really burns a lot of time off the clock as well, because they got to go right back down the field and get all those yards back, as they are going to get some of them. They'll get an injury timeout too, because we're just going to help them out a little bit more with getting hurt in inopportune times. They'll get to the red zone with another first down carry, 2.5 to go, still holding on to all their timeouts. 3rd down and 2. 2-minute warning also still hasn't passed yet, so they have another timeout technically along with them, as it's going to be at the 4-yard line. Goal to go, 2:12 to play, and end zone touchdown. So they get it done with all their timeouts and the 2-point conversion. We need to get some first downs now if we're going to want to survive in this one. Oklahoma State timeout, 3rd down and 8, and we're not going to get there. We actually go 3 and out. We could choke this away, and if we do that, it would be disastrous for this challenge as he's throwing it deep. Incomplete 4th down. Just get off the field here, win the game, come on, and it's gonna be caught. It's still alive. Oklahoma State burns the timeout, and they'll go over the middle for another completion. 7 yards inbounds, 53 seconds to play, and he'll have time outside, caught and out of bounds. Just 24 yards out in 40 seconds. It's 3rd and 9. He'll step up and throw, and it's incomplete. He had it in his hands, but he couldn't hang on. 4th and 9 to save this game and maybe save the video. It's incomplete, and we win it, and I think that can put us in the playoffs, as I really think if we lost that game, that was going to blow up everything on our road to maybe getting that 4th national title. We make the playoffs just barely as the 11 seed. We do not have enough NCAA All-Americans, so we won't be able to check that one off. Just 2 on the first team, and we will just have to go and see if we can win that 4th national title. It's looking good right now in our first game. We got to go the long way as well, because it's going to be up against SMU in the first round. It's been a while since we haven't gotten a first round bye, but 35-21 your score, and SMU with the football as they will have a first down run, 36-yard line. And they will go with a little read option. Keeper, he's got a lane, he's got speed, he's got a lot of room, and he's all the way inside the 20. Can't let a quarterback run on your defense like that. Play action, sending the extra man, but we aren't able to get there. We'll have it inside the 10. We got another injury. We get injured like every fourth quarter. We have somebody go down as they'll throw it up top. End zone, incomplete. 4th down. They'll settle for 3. 4th and 5. I mean, I don't love that decision, but hey, we'll take that. That's good for us as we'll go speed option, and he'll flip it out at the last second. Oh, how did he get that out? What an option! And he's not going to have anybody in his sights. That play, even though it's a touchdown for our running back, quarterback did a phenomenal job on that one. Spriggs, that's crazy. 42-24, and this one could be all over as they go option, and now their quarterback, SMU, 65 yards, he's gone. Both quarterbacks impacting the run game massively, and maybe SMU not done quite yet. Back to an 11-point game and a lot of fireworks in this 4th quarter. I don't think we'll have enough to hit one of the other goals, which is 100 combined points. We're still a long ways away from that one, but hey, if we kept getting a couple of more big plays like that, maybe. We do not get the first down, though. SMU will eventually get that stop. We'll get the football back, but they're in 3rd down and long now. 12 yards out as they got time. They'll throw way short and just way off the target, too. It's 4th down and 12 now to keep the game alive, and they convert from the 36-yard line, though. They maybe need another big play from their option quarterback. How fast is this guy? How good is he on the ground? Another first down on the read option. How about again? Keeper, first down, another big run. This is a crazy running quarterback. He's at the 28-yard line, and they'll throw outside, and that's another first. How about in the red zone? And will we choke this one away? Throwing for another completion inside the 10-yard line. He's got 4 touchdowns on the game. And looking for number 5. He'll scramble. He'll break a tackle. He's got goal to go with the 2. He's got 155 yards on the ground as a quarterback. And looking for 5th touchdown. He's got it. Touchdown SMU. And a 2-point conversion for a 3-point deficit. Off target, 42-37 your score as we need more to seal this one. It's 3rd down. Will we go 3 and out as Spriggs throw it in deep? He's got a step. He's actually got a lot more than just a single step. He's got enough to go all the way. Touchdown. A lot of offense in this game, and we got 49 points on the board as SMU kind of feel bad for this offense. They are lighting things up, and they can't do enough to actually stay in this one. Every single time they pull closer, we pull away. A minute to go. Deep ball. It's intercepted. And the game finally can be put to rest as we'll get like our highest scoring game in the playoffs here probably of the video. But you could see with how much points were put up, we didn't even come close to hitting the 100-point mark, as we still would have needed like 2 more touchdowns to do it. But Spriggs, how about 4 touchdowns through the air for him? And we move on to the Penn State Rose Bowl game, 16-13. As that ball, first play of the quarter, it's a tip pick. Okay, we take the football and get it all the way to about midfield. And that's Malik Sims, number 14, making the interception. All right, that's huge because we're down by 3. But having it in Penn State territory is huge. 3rd down and 1. I think he should have just went inside. Instead, he tried to go wide. And we're trying a 60-yard field goal for the tie. Oh, he hit it. 60 yards. It's good. Wow, that's an impressive kick. I usually don't have 60-yarders on my team going in like that. They usually get kicked against me because every kicker on the enemy team has Brandon Aubrey appeals like, and I got, you know, whatever kicker Washington trots out on a weekly basis for the last decade. But 16-16 your score, 7 minutes to play, deep middle, incomplete, 4th down and 19, he gotta punt it away as they go play action down the middle of the field, and Spriggs completes it. He's up over 250 on the day now, and keep on adding to that total as they're in Penn State territory from the 47. Run play, first down, stiff arm, and he's got the first down. Forward progress gives it to him. 5 minutes to play as Spriggs to the flats. got a 5-yarder as it's 3rd down, and I mean, I guess we're in field goal range, but I would have liked it to make it a bit closer. Unfortunately, no. 55 yards now. He hit from 60, and it's off the upright. No good. And I mean, I can't really expect him to just bang home 55-yarders at will like that, but he hit from 60. Felt like he could have hit that one, and now Penn State's got the opportunity to win this game. We're cutting it really close when it comes to playoff victories, and we could really use another one here, as if in order to get 20, I mean, like, I'll give you the tally as we kind of go. Maybe you've been counting as we've been going throughout this video, but it's real close right now, and Penn State down to the 7-yard line, 1:30 to go. Come on, defense, come up with a big play. Sacked. All right, can you at least hold them to the field goal, though? 3rd down and goal from the 10, pass incomplete. All right, held to a field goal. Kick is good. It'll be 19-16, 60 seconds to play for Spriggs to keep the dreams of a national title alive. Okay, that is an awful play. We managed to lose 9 yards on a completed pass. Spriggs, 3rd and 14. That's what you want to say now. Great throw, great catch, 48 seconds, and we got another big completion. We're at field goal range. We can tie this game up, but let's go for the win. 40 seconds, 35-yard line. Keep getting closer. We're down to 1 timeout, though. 28 seconds to play, 3rd and 2 from the 27. 1st down again, and he will just burn the timeout, and we'll kick the field goal. As will we be headed to overtime? Yes, we will. And with just 19 points on the board, it is enough because our defense, I mean, we got the #1 scoring defense in the country. It has helped us out big time, and now we go into overtime, where I guess a 3 overtime victory is in play if we want to complete that one. How about doubling up back-to-back halfback screens? Bold call, but it works for a 1st down, I guess. As from the 14, throwing 1st and 10 over the middle. Incomplete, but there's a flag. He got there early. He got there too soon. Pass interference. We'll take it, and we'll go to the 2-yard line. Toss it out. Goal to go, and he's in. Touchdown. And can the defense put an end to it, as Penn State needing a touchdown to keep the game alive. In the shotgun, he will throw as we send an extra man. Pass to the outside. It's jumped. It's picked. You don't need to score it, but he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown. Kansas wins it in overtime with a pick 6. It is so incredible that this defense, time after time, in situations where we need it most, they come up big, and we have done it once again. We are moving on to the semifinals. We're taking on Georgia, as this is, like I said, rare that we had to go an extra game to make a national championship, but here we are, 3 games to make a national championship instead of the usual 2, and right now 21-17 on Georgia. It is looking like we are in control as the defense coming up with a sack. It's 3rd and 18. He's gonna run, and I mean, he got 3 yards there. That's not gonna do you any good, as Kansas taking over, and we went from on the fringe of missing the playoffs altogether to potentially 1 step away, national championship. With the lead, 3rd down, Spriggs gets sacked, and the Georgia defense comes up with the big play. They'll get the football back with under 7 to go. Good field position, 45-yard line. Swing it out in the check down to the running back. He's got a nice open field tackle for the Kansas defense. 3rd and 11 as they will throw down the field, and a hit jars it loose. We get the 3 and out, and the offense takes back over, and we have 5 yards on the ground. Make it a 3rd down and 6. Handoff, and we go 3 and out now. So Georgia takes back over. We're trading 3 and outs as they are going to have it right at midfield. 2nd down and 5. They go draw. Tackled for loss. And will it be another 3 and out? This time will it be Georgia once again? They go pump fake. Time in the pocket. Deep pass. 1-on-1. It's incomplete. Another 3 and out. And we are just having a defensive battle here. I mean, we went from the SMU game where it was fireworks and offense left and right to now just pure defense, as running finally a 1st down and a clutch one, because now Georgia's starting to burn timeouts. Pop pass. pass, and he's going to lose yards. 3rd down and 12. Basically your game for Georgia's defense, and he's not quite there. That was a good effort. Can't blame him for that, as that was really close. 17 points on the board still for Georgia, as this is probably their last drive to get things done here, and they're threatening to go 3 and out again. Obviously it's 4 down territory though, as it will be 4th down. 4th and 4, 2 minutes to go for the shot at the national championship. Throw on the run down the field, over his head, and we take it over. Georgia is going to burn that final timeout, and they may get the football back with very little time, and that's even if they would have stopped us, but they don't. We win it, and we're going back to a national title appearance from the 11 seed as we take on an undefeated #1 ranked Oklahoma squad. 20-17 your score here, and this is for national title number 4, as we will start the 4th quarter with a field goal try that almost gets blocked. Kick though through the uprights and good. We do have a really nice kicker, which is really cool to see. 23-17 your score. Oklahoma's quarterback, who hasn't thrown a touchdown yet, but he has thrown a pick, and it's been like that for our defense, just coming up with massive plays left and right as they go handing it off, and the stop for just no gain. He got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Blitzes, and he's going down. Offense gets the football back, and with the 6-point lead, we can really take control in this one with under 7 to play, looking to go up by 2 scores. 3rd down and 3 in the conversion right to midfield, as we are now maybe 10 yards away from field goal range. We know we can hit from 60, and that ball tipped and intercepted. No! Spriggs, that's not on him really. That was just unfortunate. And Oklahoma, that's the maybe spark that they needed to pull this one off, as with 5 minutes to play, they got the football in Kansas territory, and now at the 39-yard line, dropping to throw it. Pass is going to be completed for a 7-yard gain, and now it's 3rd down, probably 4 down territory here if you get close enough like that, but he's going to get the 1st down. That's incredible contact balance, as now from the 27, pass to the outside. Oh, he jumped the screen. He picked it off, and it's Sims. He got the pick in the Penn State game. He's got the pick in this game. Pick 6 for Malik Sims, and we have a 2-score lead out of nowhere, and Oklahoma's got to come back out here and figure it out. Oh, he threw another pick. Oh, it's Malik Sims again. You've got to be kidding me. 2 picks, 2 plays. Malik Sims might have just handed us national championship number 4. Goal to go, and the run down. We do not care. I mean, I guess the touchdown would have given us a 3-score lead, but Malik Sims, our quarterback, has done some incredible stuff here in this national championship. Hand him the player of the game, as it's 4th down in Oklahoma's opportunity, running out for the 15 and Oklahoma team. Deep pass, incomplete. Guess who deflected it? Malik Sims with an all-timer in this one, as we got it. A completion for good measure. How about a touchdown to end it? And the national championship number 4 comes on home, and that is going to relieve a little bit of pressure off of us for the final season. We do not have to win a 4th national title, so everything really is going to come down to potentially one thing, because we've set a career national record. I said Spriggs as a 4-year starter was close. Spriggs sets the touchdown and yards record. Also, Enrique Banks had to put 99 career rushing touchdowns. Are we dead serious? That's crazy. But Spriggs ended up just barely in his final career game hitting it. That is insane, which if you look at the bingo board means our bingo comes down to one thing, and that one thing could not only give us 1 bingo, it could give us 2 bingos, which that's crazy how everything has kind of, come down to this, and it's worked out like this. I mean, I couldn't have really asked for much better, in terms of stakes. We have to go and score 50 points as an offense per game. This past season, we scored 49 points a game. Unfortunately, our quarterback's going to be gone. Malik Sims also, how about 8 picks, 4 tackles for loss, a sack? I mean, what a career, what a season for Malik Sims for us. He's gonna go and be a high draft pick. But yeah, I mean, shout out to him because he gets the MVP for that game. Yeah, this is what we're down to though. We got our Heisman winner. We got our 16-0. We got our NCAA career record. 20 playoff wins. We're close to it. If we make it to a national championship next season, we will hit it. So that's kind of why I'm, potentially counting that one. We don't even need to win everything. We don't even need to go all the way to make it and get that. We just need to make the national championship. And then we have the 7 conference titles. We have the 4 national titles. We have 3 people winning in awards and the 85 career win percentage. I think as long as we don't fall apart this next season, we do have that. So it's just down to scoring 50 points a game in the regular season for Bingo in the final year of this video. The team offense is a little bit worse just because we don't have our quarterback, but the team is still obviously really good, and we're going to employ the same strategy to schedule some stinker opponents. We had 49 points a game last year. We should be able to have a similar level of results this year. It's just down to if we can get the job done. But just like last season, we're going to simulate the first couple of weeks in, get to the midway point in the season where we can see 73 against South Alabama, 80 against FCS. How about 58, though, against West Virginia? Then 30, 38, 38. So 3 games below 40 points. But right now, 6 games in, we're actually second in points per game. USC averaging 54, but we're 53 points a game. We have a Delaware game, which we put up some crazy points, and I'm slow rolling this one a little bit because this is the video here. This is what determines it. If we don't do this, I don't know if we're going to be able to figure out a miraculous way to pull this off. We are 10 games in. We lose, but we lose by putting up 46. We lose a 49-46 game. That is insane, by the way, that we lost, but we lost in a game in which we put up a lot of points against Baylor. We win the game, and we have 1 game left. Against Baylor, we put up 45 points, which means we have 1 game left. And currently, we are averaging 50.8. We're going to slow roll this one. We need to put up 41 points in the final game of the season. Let's see. TCU, we need 41 points for Bingo. Can we pull it off? 21.5. We're on pace. 28.5. Come on. For Kansas's Bingo. Can we pull it off? 35. 1 more touchdown. We got it. And we have put up 50 points on average for the regular season. The most hype you will ever get me for a 45-21 regular season finale. I don't think I'll ever be more hyped for that. We get a conference championship against Arizona State, but just to clarify and show you, it's legit 50.3. We got it by 5 points, because if we would have gotten below 600, wouldn't have been enough. We also got the #1 offense, but the thing on the board was #1 offense and defense in yards. We were #1 offense, not #1 defense, but we got our bingo. We're good. We got our bingo. We got house money the rest of the way, and I guess we'll just finish out the rest of this season and let whatever happens happen. But we are looking for 20 playoff wins, so if we want to, we're playing for 2 bingos now because we got the career record for Spriggs. We got the 50 points, so we got 1 bingo. We're playing for 2 now. Can we get 2 more playoff victories on our way to getting a double bingo as the conference championship? I mean, I presume we'll need to win this to help us out here as 4th down. We're going to throw an incomplete pass. I mean, we didn't need to go for it there. We could have kicked the long field goal, but 28-15 Arizona State. One thing I've also noticed, which is weird specifically only for this video, the Big 12 title game, I don't know what it is, what's going on in Dallas here, but the lights have been really dim in this one. The sunlight has not really been sunlighting too much. I mean, it's not like a video thing. It's literally only the Dallas Stadium. I don't know if they updated the game to make the shadows a little different, but it's a little dim here. Can you turn on the sun maybe? Turn on some lights here. Let's try to win yet another conference championship as Arizona State gets the first down. They're at goal to go, trying to cut this to a 1-score game. Quick pass caught. He's finding his way down to the 1. Not quite in the end zone. And they'll hurry it back up. 1-yard line, spreading the field. And he's going to scramble his way in. Touchdown, Arizona State. And we'll take the football back with 3 minutes to go. It's really good we didn't extend the 50 points per game to the conference championship, because we would have probably lost there. But you know, I specified at the start regular season, thankfully, which I thought was pretty fair. But Arizona State, I don't know why we're trying to choke this one away. I mean, you gave me the bingo, yes, but I would still like to win. I'd still like to make the playoffs. I would imagine we're still in the playoffs regardless, but you know, first round bye is always nice. And you know, just for I guess personal best, if we do this again, let's go and get 5 national titles. Why not? As they'll throw down the middle. There we go. Intercepted. We'll take it back with a minute to go and be on our way, as a first down can end it. Stretch play. He goes to the edge, puts a defender on the dirt, makes another one miss, and that run should have been a loss instead. We'll be in a position to end this game right now. Read option, keeping it, and he's got the first. He's got the win. And how impressive was that? 9-0 in conference championships. Even when I was trying my best, I know the SEC's tougher, but even when I was trying my best in some of these other videos, I ain't never went 9-0 in 9 straight conference championships. I'm impressed with myself for that one. Good job for Kansas and the team. They really got the job done there. As now we head to our final task of the video. Can we get double bingo? Can we win 2 playoff games? If my math is correct, it's 2 playoff games. As Ohio State, 36-17 your score, and they will start off with a field goal. So to cut it to a 2-score game, kick is good, but Ohio State needs a stop in the worst way, and our run game is going to get 10. Second down and inches. A little pop pass, and he will have the first down. As now we are ticking down to 8 minutes. Fake the pop pass, this time handed off regularly, and another first down run on the play. Another injury for us, but we'll be all right. We got a deep team, as the read option is going to get us an injury for Ohio State for once, not us. As third down, handoff, another first down. I mean, I don't think we're running the clock as much as we should here. I mean, we're snapping the football like 20 seconds on the play clock. We'll go speed option. You know, it's all right. As long as we get a field goal, game's probably over. We'll be back up to 3 scores, 6 minutes to play. He's hit as he's throwing, incomplete. Ohio State will get the football back with plenty of time. We really did not maximize as much time as we could have running that football. We got a couple of first downs, and we only got it down to 6 minutes. As Ohio State, first down, he runs through a defender, and he will have it to the 46-yard line. As we move things ahead, we'll speed things up here as they get a first down completion, and now 34-yard line, spreading the field, 3.5 to go, and that is caught. They're trying to make this a little scary for us, as we're going to be put in this position where one more playoff win would be all we need after this. We need to get there, though. Goal to go. Ohio State, touchdown. And oddly, weirdly, something that this game probably needs to fix. They didn't go for 2, so sure, why not? They didn't go for 2 to make it a 1-score game. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if Ohio State fans would be okay with that, as we did throw an interception immediately. All right, this quarterback has already done it in 2 games in a row where he's had a lead and he's been in a spot to put it away and then just randomly throws an interception to try to choke this thing away. I would appreciate if you didn't do that, as they will have the reception for the first down into the red zone. Man, if they went for 2 there, I'd be really scared. But at the 20, pass is caught. He takes a hit, but it's 4th down and 1. They burn the timeout and throwing the football. End zone, touchdown. And now it's a 2-point game. Another onside kick, and it's scooped up. Okay. Do not fumble this away, please. Do not mess this up. Run play, up the middle, first down, it's close. First down to end it, we just need 1 yard. Put it away, there we go. All right, don't know why we made that so difficult. We're down to 1 more playoff win is all we need. We're in the semifinals. Let's make it easy. Let's just not mess this up. We're taking on Nebraska. It is the number 7th ranked team in the country, and it is going to be home free for us, as Nebraska scores a touchdown with like 30 seconds to go to make it a 2-score game, but we were up 31-10 throughout the entirety of that 4th quarter, which means we got our 20th playoff victory. How about a little diagonal action? And for the final game of the video, I mean, I don't think we really have anything on the line here, I guess, other than pride. Let's just go win a national championship. Final game of the video, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed it up until this point, and we'll kind of review the card at the end there and, you know, do the outro and everything. But let's go win ourselves a 5th national championship. 4th down, and they are going to complete it for a first. As Miami looking for an undefeated season. We've already spoiled an undefeated team's opportunity to go and get that 16-0. Let's do it again. Down by 1 and we catch an interception. That is a massive mistake for Miami, as we are going to throw for a completion and a gain of 9. As we got a 3rd down and 3. Throw in middle. Caught. He's gotten past the defender. I don't know. Can he go all the way? The tight end's not quite fast enough. We'll take it to the 20-yard line in field goal range now, as he'll throw underneath. And he's got it for 5 more. 3rd down and 6. And we will have pressure and a sack. All right. Field goal for the lead. And the kick with 5 minutes to play is good. And we are now just 5 minutes away from pulling this off. Pass is incomplete. 3rd down and 10. He'll drop the throw. Clean pocket. A lot of time over the middle. It's caught. Breaking a tackle, but not quite there. 4th and 2, and they do punt it. So this is our chance. This is our time to go and put this one away. End the video on a high note. And that's a 1st down completion. As 3:30 to play. Pop pass to the edge. And it'll be another 5 yards. 38-yard line. 3rd down. Down outside. He threw a pick. No! This quarterback is a serial choker. Oh my goodness, he's thrown a pick and like all these clutch opportunities. Every time we have a 1-score lead, he just sells. I don't know why. Thank goodness we only got to play 1 year with this dude. Like, I would not want to have to play any more meaningful football with him. 3rd down and 9. Down the middle. It's tipped. Incomplete. It's 4th down. 2 minutes to play. They go for it. Obviously, the game on the line here. As they'll throw down the field. It's intercepted. And Kansas is so close to winning this one. 1 1st down, as they are going to burn their timeouts. It looks like we're going to go 3 and out. We will, but Miami backed up at their own 5-yard line. They got to go a long way, and they're losing yards from their own 2. Under 2 minutes to play. Right to the linebacker, and that's the national championship right there. A 5-yard pick 6, and put an end to it. Extra point gave us the 2-score lead, and that was all we needed to win the game. And how about that way to end it, as we are going to not check anything off the bingo card with that, but that will be a diagonal bingo Heisman winner, 20 playoff wins, 16-0, NCAA career record, and we averaged 50 points in the regular season. And then down, we got the 50 points in the regular season. We got an 85% career win percentage. I will show you guys that. 3 people winning awards, 4 national titles, 7 conference titles. You can see our national championships. We went back to back. We got 5 in a 6-year span. We won like every conference championship, and we got ourselves also a really unexpected Heisman winner in Deuce Knight. But also, I can check right here, 89% career win percentage, which, you know, that's really impressive. That's about as good as it's gonna get. 89%, and we did have the 20 playoff wins, so we won 21 playoff games, and that is going to do it. Let me know what you guys all thought of a video like this. If you want to see more, like I said, if you have ideas for what to put on the bingo card, if you want to see this again, if you want to see me do it with like a 2-star team or a 1-star team, or throw other wrinkles into it, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of ways we can riff off this idea if you want to see more of it. And of course, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. If I try something new like that, you know, showing support on the video is how I can tell that you guys really want to see more of it. So hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys all in the next one.